slip before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium, as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas.
Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders.
On one sideline, a look at the Cardinals head coach. These guys hoping to make it 2 wins in a row this week. Running the show across the field, the head coach of the Raiders. These guys ready as they always are to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Scott here with Brock Heward. Everybody just about set. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Playing in your own building, a little extra adrenaline as they take the field. No surprise, this home team feeds and plays off the crowd. First play of the game, and already we're seeing an impact being made defensively.
Pass play coming here. This one falls incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. The Cardinals out for the punt. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating an offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
It's now third down and 16.
Goff now, third and long. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Takes this in at the 25, and he's brought down before the return gets far. The Cardinals and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting second right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Back to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
And the Cardinals first down. A gain of 15. And the Cardinals first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Dropping back to throw.
He's going to tuck it and run. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back now, pressure coming.
Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down. First carry here for the rookie out of Penn State. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
Taken down by DeForest Buckner. A 1-yard pickup brings up third.
Throw here, third down.
Trying for the touchdown. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, you got to find a way to win. Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive.
And first carry here for Ashton Genty.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Off play action, Goff. Going left side, Bowers has it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
7 yards. And the Raider first down.
From the gun, Goff. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Brings up second and 2 at the 21-yard line.
Running it with David Montgomery.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Goff to throw here. It's 3rd and 2. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Brock Bowers. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Smith able to put it through.
And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock. So some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over.
They go play action on first down.
Brought in right side by Moore.
And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Hand off to Benson from the gun. Has good room at the 35. Through to 45. Trey Benson. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, and you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base, but it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. after the kickoff. Slide with the honors. Fielded at the 7.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Counter give to Genty. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Goff setting to throw.
It's a screen play to Genty.
That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
They're in long for him here.
Has him on a quick hitter. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
On first down, it's Goff. Hits his running back. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line.
The play made by Will Johnson.
Gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Gonna throw again. Goff. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 49.
They give left side to Genty. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Looking right, and he finds him. And they make the tackle at the 38. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. 7-3 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Completed to his running back. This gets down to about the 36-yard line. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. Goff to the air now. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Trying getting that one to Brock Bowers. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
Bowers, incomplete. Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
To the air on third and long.
Throw right side is caught by Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
All set now. First and 10.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Throwing again. Here's Goff.
He goes right back to Samuel.
And he gets this forward to the 19. Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1.
Brings up second and 1 at the 19-yard line.
There's a dive up the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And off to Genty. Solid block in there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. All right,
Looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Trying to sneak here. Goff. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the mark. They've got a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Raiders take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Jared Goff touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Throwing on 2nd. Left side into the hands of McBride. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Rob Flat, first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Now gone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. Trey Tucker makes the play. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Shotgun give here to Genty. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
Has it downfield working the left. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
That's another loss.
Out of the shotgun, gone. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
Now Goff taking off with it. And he's not able to escape. The zone read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Cardinal out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. It's complete. This is Bowers. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Goff. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to have him a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
13 more yards. And a Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's a design run. And he hauls it across for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jared Goff touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Steven Sims with the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Cardinals offense making its way out. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. Now throw to start the drive. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 30.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nickel set here from the Raiders. 3rd down.
5 yards. And it's
3rd and long for him here. Chased out to his right. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. The timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Blake Gillikin on to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Raiders and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 24-yard line.
Goff setting to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5 right up next to that line of gain. So before they try it on 3rd and inches, the timeout's called. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Goff back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Raider 1st down.
They're going to throw again. Goff. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Hits him on the out route. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it third and
Air it out on third. He just throws this one away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Probably looking at our final snap and a half here on first down. Sign quarterback run here. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at venerable Soldier Field. The Bears at home to take on Gang Green, the New York Jets. And it's Rome Odunze. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Bears get their 9th win of the season as they get the victory here. And a look now at the rest of the action around the league here in week number 12. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
a gain of 2 brings up third and 7.
Goff on third. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. That's cut at the 25. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Well, sometimes there's nothing you can do but throw your hands up and stare at the ground, partner. He knew he was beat deep, and there was nothing he could do about it.
Yeah, and this is one of those just killers, right? These spot fouls, it's fuel for an offense, often leads to points with a big explosive play like this, and it could be a morale killer for his defense.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Shotgun snap here to go. He's got it near the 10. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
They were just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Goff working from the pistol. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Only need to fall forward 1 more yard. Here's 3rd and goal.
Fullback trying to foul him across. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I'm going to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, gone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson.
Why are you looking at me that way, kid? I'm fine. I'm not having flashbacks to Marshawn in the Super Bowl inside the one. I am so far over that memory. Don't worry about it. No, that didn't just flash before my eyes yet again.
The Cardinals ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Finds him over the middle. And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short. Gonna keep this one and go. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're gonna have 4th down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Genty from the gun. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. 3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
To the air on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he doesn't get the chance to add on to that play, but this still has him across the midfield stripe all the way down to the opposing 42. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
At the 42-yard line.
They give up the guts. It's Genty. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. So a stoppage here for an injured player, and this is not good. Brock Bowers in some discomfort. The medical staff headed to him. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Out of the shotgun. Gone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. This is hauled in by Samuel. And they get this down to the 28. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Short pass cut by his tight end. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. He's going to keep this one. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain. They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Goff. Completed to his running back. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Smith tacks on the point after. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Sims now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this 3rd quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. 2nd down pass play coming. Into traffic, complete. And this one doesn't go far. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Making the call himself. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. They send him left out of the slot. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's keeping it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. And one intended for Trey McBride. So it's 2nd down coming up. Back to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 8th play to drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Offense is set. 1st and 10. They'll work against the blitz. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down. Throwing it again here. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect flag. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Slide's kick is up and good, and the gap closes to 14 points.
If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a two-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Raiders and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Off play action, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Third and long for him here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
And some textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Cardinals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. First and 10, they're going to throw. Complete to Diggs out left. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Second and 3 now. Motion man sent left. Handoff on second and short. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
About set. This is third and 5. They'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. They get 23 on that one. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Running for the marker on second. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time.
He loses the football. And the Raiders get to it. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Raiders make it a 3-score game in the fourth. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on the football field. Maybe his whole life. That distance, a whole lot more than the few yards defense. He's usually running towards quarterback in the pocket, but he had enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it. He wanted it.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return score. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Returning it from the 4. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Yeah, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Throwing it on second down. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
We draw it up for him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Offense up to the line fast.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10, looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Brought in right side by Moore. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. And the Cardinals first down.
On first down, they'll run. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Takes the second down snap. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Raiders with an extra DB out there. 3rd down. We'll look to throw. He's making a bid for it. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Cardinals hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Now can't blame them looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. It's on target to Moore. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. Hand off to the back. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Looking to throw here. He's got it near the 8. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Cardinals first down. 1st and goal, Arizona.
From the red zone on 1st. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So the incompletion on 1st. Here is 2nd and goal. He's going to throw this one. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Raiders, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
You knew it before this drive started. The field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders They influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Genty. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. Only took him 1 play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. 1st down, and they go right back to him. He's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.